Welcome to That's Couples Channel. That's. Okay. We named our channel Dads because it's a lot of couple channels, but we're that couple channel. Period. I know y'all haven't seen us in a while on an actual like sit down video, but we do post shorts and stuff like that. Thank you so much to y'all for supporting us and growing our channel to 5K already. Like, what you think about that?
That's crazy.
5K. Like, sometimes, honestly, y'all, sometimes we weren't even like checking our YouTube channel, and then I'll just randomly check, or he'll randomly check, and I'll just be like, we're at 2K, and now we're at 3K, now we're at 5K. Like, it's crazy.
Growing fast.
Growing. Thank y'all so much for the support. Even though we haven't been, you know, posting, we will be consistent. Yeah, we're gonna get right into the video.
So, doing the YouTube stuff a lot. So she be knowing, she be coming up with ideas and stuff. But what we pretty much talking about today, like the distance, like how the distance like affected us, like being a couple in the military and stuff like that. Pretty much something like that. So we were separated for probably over 10 years, something like that, around that time.
Corey, y'all he lying. 2 years. 2 years.
Cause I was stationed in North Carolina and she was stationed in Georgia and stuff. And for a while, we were just trying to get to each other for a minute. It was like, it was a whole bunch of stuff. But in the beginning, we was like, you know, we thought we had everything figured out. We finally thought we found out how to get to each other quicker. But, you know what I'm saying, that all came crashing down and stuff. So
a lot of y'all don't know, like he said, we were separated for 2 years. And a lot of y'all are probably like, why were y'all separated for 2 years? So we're both in the military. We're both in the military, y'all. And yes, when you're in the army, it's a such thing as the Married Army Couples Program, where they try to keep you stationed together without being like 50 miles apart. But we were never enrolled in that because we got married coming from Korea. And coming from Korea, we were already on 2 separate orders, like meaning he was already set to go to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, and I was already set to go to Fort Stewart. So we got married in the midst of that, instead of like getting married before us being on orders and leaving Korea. So some can say it's probably our fault. What you think? It's probably our fault, but then again, I feel like the army needs to change that regulation. It's a regulation that like says you can't, once you're on orders, you can't leave the base until a year. I
wouldn't even say it's our fault in a way. I would just say we shouldn't even have been put in that predicament in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get married, of course when you get married in the military, it's going, and y'all already on orders to go to 2 separate places, it's like, it's always gonna be that. But I feel like if you marry, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't be oh, you'll have to wait till they're done with this. You know what I'm saying? Like being at their duty station and so like that, I feel like it shouldn't be.
I just feel like the army needs to change that regulation. I mean, I can see it because it's like, they put you at a base and they paid for you to get there, so it's kind of like, we don't want to pay for y'all to move again. But then again, if you're married, you're married. And in civilian life, if you're married, you're married. Like, that's one thing about being dual military. And we'll give y'all a video of pros and cons of being dual military, because everybody thinks, oh, it's so good, it's so good. We'll give y'all that video. So like this video to see that one. Now we're going to get into it. So, for real, how did you feel when you found out it would be a while for us to move together?
The question?
Yeah, that was kind of a mistake.
No, because I'm not really, see, I gotta get back in tune. We haven't been posting videos and stuff, so when the camera come on, like, this is the first time in a long time I've been behind the camera. She been going crazy, like grinding.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all.
Yeah, she been going crazy and grinding on her stuff, but it's just been a while, and she be just, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not really camera ready. She's camera ready, so it takes.
I'm camera ready, guys. How did you feel when you found out it would be a while before we would move together? Just a disclaimer real quick. We got married pretty quick, right? So we told our family, right? And they were just kind of like, you know, y'all, it might be a while before y'all can move together though. Because y'all, you know, y'all already at 2 different bases. And my parents are retired. Well, my mom's a veteran. So they kind of knew how the military operates, but we were just young and just married. We wanted to be together, so we did it. And yeah, we really didn't think that it was gonna be that long before we moved together. Like, remember them telling us that on the phone?
Yeah.
Like, they was like, it might be a while, and we was like, no.
So how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, the question that she just asked. So how I felt about it being like me knowing that it was gonna be a while till we moved in with each other. At first, you know what I'm saying, like I was trying to say in the beginning, like at first we were trying to try to find like any way possible to move together quick and stuff like that. We tried a lot of stuff. We did it all, you know what I'm saying?
We tried a lot.
All the like everyday pestering my sergeants, stuff like that, telling them like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm about the way, can I just sign off?
It was so crazy.
It was hard, you know what I'm saying? That, and I just feel like that just built on stress, you know what I'm saying, between the both of us type deal, just cause, you know what I'm saying, we went, like, how can you go from being with a person 24/7 to having to only see them on like a weekend or something like that?
We were stationed in Korea together, y'all, and that's when we started dating, and we were together like every day. Like,
and when it finally hit me that, dang, like, when that point hit me, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't make it known that it really hurt, because I had to really stay strong for like the both of us type of deal, because I know she type of person that really can't do well with stress.
Yeah, like I just start stressing. And
I had to really like keep it calm, you know what I'm saying, tell her like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna come see you, you know what I'm saying, here and there, and try to make it less suckish, I guess, in a way. I know that's not a word, but in a way, like make it like not that bad. It was still bad, but it could have been worse. She could have been stationed in Texas or something.
Yeah, we could have been way further. Like, we got lucky that it was North Carolina and Georgia, so it was 4.5 hours away. But yeah, like you said, it could have been California. We tried so hard. Like we said, we tried compassionate reassignment. We tried all types of stuff, just reaching out to people, and it was so demotivating, because a lot of people were like, no, y'all can't move within 2 years. Y'all had to stay on the base for at least 2 years. And we're like, 2 years? Like, 2 years being apart? And a lot of people just like, yeah, we never seen that happen. Sorry. And it was just like, they just kept putting us down. Like, I feel like as senior NCOs and stuff like that, like, why would y'all want to be so negative and put someone down? Like,
I had to throw the hood on, because, you know, because I'm about to get real sad on y'all right now.
Yeah, some stuff might not have worked for other people, but who's to say that they tried as hard as we did? Like, did they put in the effort? Did they reach out to all the resources they had? You know,
so I'm about to be real sad with y'all right now. She don't even know about this. When I first found out that we wasn't gonna be able to move, we won't be able to be together and stuff like that for a while, I literally jumped out my car while I was driving, and that's facts.
You jumped out your car and did what?
What? I did a backflip.
Of course, you did not do no backflip.
And then what you call it? I just could not stop crying.
No, you really was crying?
Yeah, I was crying for real.
You really had?
No, I was just playing. I wasn't crying like that, because, you know, you gotta stay strong for it. You know what I'm saying? The girl and stuff. I know she was crying for sure. Oh yeah, she was. I felt so lonely, y'all. I didn't have no friends. She claimed that she was depressed, that she was that, third. But she hanging out with famous military people.
No, that was at the end, though. That was at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying in the beginning. Yeah, I was very depressed.
And then she was trying to transfer that energy this way. This way. She, every day I call her on the phone, like.
No, every time I'll be like, can you come and see me this weekend? Because I do not want to be in this room. I don't want to be in this room. Like, I had no friends. And on top of that, our whole stuff, I had a toxic military unit. It was so toxic with them, negative people on top of this. So it was like work and relationship. That's a whole nother situation about us trying to move together, and people were lying, saying we would get partial BAH and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. That'll make this video too long. Y'all can like for a part 2, and we can go into depth about the whole lying stuff that the people was talking about. But yeah, my reaction, y'all, was I was just so distraught. I was like, how in the, I never knew this was a wreck, y'all. I thought when we got married, like, I didn't care what my mom and them was saying. I thought we was just gonna have to wait maybe a month or two for like the stuff to process,
she was super
MACP.
Naive. I knew about all of that. I just didn't want to tell her that.
He did not, y'all. He did not know about that, y'all. But come to find out, in the end, it was all those people that were saying like, oh, you got to be on base for 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. Come to find out, y'all, it's a thing called permissive joint reassignment. So I had researched, and I came across that. And so if you're separated like we were, you can stay on your base for a year, and once a year comes, you're allowed to move. It will just be at your own expense. Like household goods and stuff won't move your stuff. They won't bring your cars and none of that. It's your own cost move, because it's not a government move or whatever.
And I advise y'all, if y'all get stationed anywhere in the States, y'all need to do that. That's extra bread in your pocket. I'm telling you, when you move without the army paying, right?
No, because you're paying out of pocket.
Yeah, but then you get all that money back on top of.
You don't get none of that with.
Yeah. I'm talking about something else. My bad.
Yeah, that's like a D move with a back. But no, with this, you're gonna have to pay your own stuff. You're not getting payments back or none of that.
You had to do that. So look, so we've been apart already for a whole. Wait, we've been apart for like 2 years.
Altogether was 2 years.
2 years. This girl said, okay, I'm gonna change my job. She changed her job and this, that, and third. And they told her, oh, you're gonna have to go to Korea. You're gonna have to go to Korea.
Yeah. But basically what he was saying was, right when I was able to move with changing my job, they offered me Korea, and I was thinking about going to Korea. Even though we've been apart, it was a way that they were saying his re-enlistment was coming up, so he was gonna be able to re-enlist to go there. But it wasn't guaranteed, basically. I changed my job, and yeah, I had to be on orders, and it was like, you're already in the MACP, so you're gonna be going to Fort Bragg where he is. So we were so happy that happened, and we ended up finally being together. And now that we're actually together, they had to keep y'all together. So me and him won't be like separated or anything, unless it's like Korea short tour or something like that, or something special. But yeah, we're together now. We locked in. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Body locked in. For real. But in the military, so if we weren't in a married army couple program before, we had to do that in the whole process. So that's why me and him were separated that whole time, for the people who don't know. So what was so difficult about it?
You go first.
What was so difficult was communicating. That was one of the big things, because it's like, he on his own work schedule, I'm on my own work schedule. Now we got to find time to like talk to each other, and he frustrated, I'm frustrated, we both apart, and we got bills together, but we separate. We got car insurance together, we got decent finances together, and we're separated. And communicating was hard, like being apart and not physically there like we were before. It was completely different. And on top of that, we're newlyweds. Like, we ain't even lived in our own place together yet, and we sitting over here, you know, like getting into fights and stuff like that, and arguments and stuff like that. Because
me and that shit too.
Because we newlyweds. Like, I thought that was crazy. How are we newly married and we don't even live together? Like, people getting in the way and stuff, like negativity and stuff, like.
So look, so one big thing for me had to have been, I want to say communication too, but I want to say something different, because I feel like you went in depth with that. You know what I'm saying? Like little stuff, like, because you know, when we was in Korea, we was doing our videos, we had fun time. But I want to say like that on that part, you know what I'm saying? Because the shorts and the videos that we had on our YouTube and stuff like that, we couldn't we was rarely doing that when we was apart, because of like the distance and stuff like that, like that type of thing. And you know what I'm saying, I feel like we was really on top of it, you know what I'm saying, doing what we was doing, recording like how we're recording now. Like, we could do this at any time, you know what I'm saying. I feel like what we're doing that will be, you know what I'm saying, more bigger than what we are now, you know what I'm saying. I feel like that like put a strain on, like, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that we like to do. Like, she liked to do like more TikToks and stuff like that, but I feel like that was hindering her, because you know what I'm saying, she was in a barracks room that she didn't even like, for real, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that was hindering the productivity, yeah. Yeah. So that's a big thing, because I feel like, the
negative people too. Like, all the people would be like, all people, y'all not gonna move together, together. Why are you married in the barracks? Like,
you married in the barracks. I feel like married people that's in the barracks that like should relate to like people. A lot of people asking you like, why are you married and embarrassed? I don't count it as negativity. I just count it as people being curious. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really have a problem with it. You know, the first time it's kind of embarrassing. Like, dang, like I am married. I'm in the bed. That's crazy. But at the same time, it's like you get used to it because you always get.
Not getting BAH, like we still.
Oh yeah, no, that was a big problem.
We still had bills together, like, and we was just. It was so weird. It was so weird.
That was the biggest problem for me because I'm all about.
And then it's been married for 2 years with no BH.
We straight. We straight now.
It's not all about that, y'all.
Yeah, it's really not
about that, but it's just a fact about it. So, last thing I would say, what is advice to people going through the same thing? I'll go first on that one. So, the biggest thing I'll say for people that's going through the same thing that we did is to never stop, like, fighting. Like, if you want to be together, fight for it. I never gave up. I never said, oh, I'm just not gonna do it no more. I'm not gonna try. I didn't take no for an answer. I was researching ways, seeing what I can do. Nobody told me about permissive reassignment. I think I found it myself, honestly.
Yeah,
I brought it up to my S1. I brought it up to human resources. They didn't even know what it was. They didn't have a template for it. They didn't have none of that. They had to, you know, create all that stuff. So never give up. Keep trying to do it. Don't take no for an answer. Like, just because somebody else didn't get through it or get to move, who's to say they didn't try as hard as you?
So my biggest advice to you is enjoy your time while separate away from your person while you can.
Corey, please stop freaking blaming me.
No. But my biggest thing is don't let separation hinder your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ooh,
this energy that y'all had in the bed, yeah, all that y'all had in the beginning. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind.
That's a big one, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it's gonna seem like it's not worth it, or it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be times where you like, damn, I wish I wasn't going through this, but at the end goal, it's gonna be so worth it because you spent your time waiting and kept focused and kept your marriage strong, and your person there with you, and you good.
I'm just trying to be real with y'all, like keeping that love there. You agree?
Yeah.
Like with all the stuff y'all got going on, even though we weren't married, we were apart and just dating. People was like, "Oh, this gonna be the test for y'all." Like, all right.
Even though it shouldn't be a thing, but you're learning how to, you know, adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? Because toward the end, you know what I'm saying, we were cool, and I feel like we had a good little thing, like a strategy. Like I'll come every now and then. But she ended up making some friends, you know what I'm saying? She kick it with so she won't feel so alone, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that.
I was alone for a while, but at the end I started, you know, trying to go out more and stuff like that.
And that was beneficial for her because, you know what I'm saying, she got her little content and stuff like that in too because she was connecting and stuff.
Yeah, but yeah.
It was good.
Being, just maybe like have some dates and stuff so y'all don't lose that, like.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, so it won't be no like
have dates, even if y'all have like, I've seen people do like FaceTime dates or, you know, whatever type of dates that you do.
Yeah.
I don't know how to work with this with FaceTime dates.
Yeah, I mean,
your ass will be all out of it.
Cause I like to drink and stuff, yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, stay tuned again, y'all, for what it's like being dual military. We'll give y'all the pros and cons, cause it's a lot of good. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of good to being dual military and stuff like that, but it's also a lot of negatives too. Yeah, the end result, we got our beautiful home, first place together. Look at the bed, y'all love it, and it was worth it in the end. And yeah, y'all, make sure y'all comment any videos y'all want to see from us, and stay tuned to the shorts and stuff like that, and stay tuned to our social media at rickinaleshaye for me,
at Billionaire Trey 5 or Billionaire Trey.
And our couples TikTok is that couples channel. So thank y'all for watching this video.
Thank y'all for the support and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all got my hair done today, so he got his cut. That's why we did this video while my hair is done. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye y'all.